Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we're gonna be continuing the narration for the main story of Arknights. And today we're also gonna be finishing off episode 7, The Birth of Tragedy, with its final part. And then next week at some point, we can continue finally into the big whammy of Act 1, Episode 8, but that will be for next week. This week we will finish off this arc, this immovable object called the Patriot, and witness this part of the story. Oh boy, this will also be probably a very long recording, so and very long episode obviously, so strap yourselves in. This is gonna be a story. But before the usual, first off, quick reminder of the anime for Arknights is still scheduled for the 28th of this month, and being October 2022. And once more, it is only consisting of 8 episodes, and from all the aspects so far, it will probably more or less cover the story all the way up until the end of the arc with Misha. And I have no idea if it's gonna delve deeper beyond that, but we will see. It's only 8 episodes, and it's called Prelude to Dawn, which just pretty much tells me it's based on the Hour of Awakening, as you can see on screen right now, the Act Initium chapter. So yeah, probably only this part. But who knows what kind of little Easter eggs and shits they're gonna put into it, so we will see. I am still very excited to see it regardless. But let's get into today's stuff with the usual of in the previous part. We began literally at a scene that took place at an unknown time. Alright, I'm passed after Amiya and Kalt'tsit left the office of Wei and Wu. Wei and Fumizaki had a conversation, pretty lengthy one, pretty needed one between the two of them, considering what is about to happen in and around them, in Lungmen and around them, everywhere. They discussed the fact that Wei is considering that he has to be the only one who has to be sacrificed for just the survival of Longmen itself and everybody else. Fumizaki does not want to hear any of that. She also doesn't want to hear any of his ramblings about getting her somewhere to safety just to give him an ease of mind. That's just not who she is. They proceed to have discussions about Shen, about Tallulah, about them just blaming themselves on everything, and wanting to get them back, or rather just to know that they are safe. We also get to see them discuss a certain asshole called Cachet, who is pretty much the root cause of the problem here, or rather the catalyst. Not the root cause. The cause was always there. The problem was always people very much disliking the infected. But Cachet was kind of like the catalyst for setting off reunion and everything, if you really think about it. After he kidnaps Tallulah forms reunion, and stuff like that happens. And now we're at the point where we are. But yeah, Cachet is an asshole. But anyway, we then proceeded to switch scenes to a scene on top, or rather on the streets of Chernobog. Tallulah coming to talk to one of Faust's crossbowmen who have made it back safely. The same person who is also carrying a very still out of all of it Mephisto. They proceed to have a little conversation with the and then we swap scenes back to the Rhode Island squad, who is still below the city and is getting to the point where they can surface and then proceed to their target. They do at one point have a weird feeling that something is happening. kalt'tsit gives Amiya the go-ahead to expend her arts and feel what is happening on the surface. And yes, Amiya has many abilities. A lot of them focused on just probing the mind of someone else or just feeling around her. Pretty much a sensor. But she probes the surface, discovers that the enemies are building some form of ritualistic Sarka's altars, which are pretty much what would be considered witchcraft by all Sarka's means. And we then proceed to go through a couple of battles, and the squad reaches the surface, comes to a warehouse to take shelter and to regroup. They discover a trail of carnage, you could say, with blood trails indicating that Shen passed through the area, more than likely, and is still on her very way to face off with her dear old sister Tallulah. We then proceed to see the group interact with a recently infected Ursus woman who is very emotionally all over the place, and who can blame her? My god, that the people of Ursus had to go through a lot of shit, and yes, you could say deserved, but then again, is it really deserved? But the woman is very out of it, is very much screeching at them, doesn't know how to interact with them considering she's also now infected. And then we get to see someone peek from behind her, and it is someone everybody pretty much in Rhode Island knows, in the form of one of their operators who was thought of dead, considering he was on the very same team as Ace and Scout were. The very same team that stayed behind to give the rescue squads a chance to go to safety. So yeah, Guard is alive. He has apparently joined also Reunion. He explains also as to why he has joined, and it's mainly because of Patriot. After he survived and was found by them, Patriot pretty much offered him protection. He got to learn about the old Wendigo quite a lot, found a lot of respect for him, and put him on a pretty high pedestal, but he is still loyal to Rhode Island and is doing what he can do. The woman in the meantime is still pretty much out of it, and just to calm her down, kalt'tsit does a poker face move of, I will summon my little pet monster, and it will threaten the life of Guard, just to see how she reacts and if it will calm her emotions, or rather cool her off at least, which it does kind of do. We then proceed to tell Guard that, well, Yelena, aka Frost Nova, has died in battle, and he goes very panic at that very information, and takes the woman to safety and runs off to go and inform Patriot that his daughter has perished. Obviously, he does not know that Patriot already knows himself, considering he was carrying a talisman which broke, and the breaking signified that Frost Nova died. So, and finally, on his way to Patriot, Guard runs into a Sarka's mercenary, and that's where it cut off. We do not know for now what is happening to him. But, oh yeah, before we begin with today's thing as well, one quick note that I want to give here. This is regarding the boss battle stage of this chapter. Considering in the last chapter, like I think I was addressing it, I was considering adding the battle against Frost Nova, the actual battle where you get to deploy units and stuff, to to the video, but considering that there was a cinematic stage right afterwards, I didn't feel the need to, so I left it just at the cinematic one. But since Patriot doesn't get the cinematic kind of battle scene, I will add his battle stage to this video when we get to it. Obviously, I don't know, recently actually just redid that whole stage. So it's gonna be with very high operatives, with very high star ratings, but it is still based on the tactic that I was using with very low operatives back then, so I don't know how feasible it is to copy with lower star or like 4 to 5 stars. Probably is to some extent, but maybe it helps someone. Who the fuck knows? The stage is mostly because of Patriot. The stage itself is a bit insane, so who the hell knows? Maybe it's gonna help someone. But then again, I do want to leave his stage in this whole thing. So, but regardless, let's begin. Let's begin just with today's thing, because this is gonna be a long one. So we begin today on stage 7-13, titled Aegis of the Infected, Part 1. The horn has been sounded. Face the legendary guerrillas of Ursus and turn their own tactics against them. However, those heavily armored guerrilla warriors are indeed the most terrifying combatants of the Ursus army. This stage only has a before part, so let's get through it. Chernobog, Central District, 1:20 p.m. Radian, this is kalt'tsit. We're on the edge of the Central District, 410 meters out from the warehouse, 1767 southwest. Are you in position? Is the operation going according to plan? Unimpeded. The situation on the ground seems to be in line with our expectations. Reunion has deployed the guerrilla fighters and hubs throughout the core city, and stationed Reunion regulars or Sarkis mercenaries elsewhere. It would be unwise to spread their defense thinly across the entire map. They will gather their elites in a few key locations. That's what I would do if I were leading Reunion. Dr. Kalt'tsit! I know you want to speak to Radian, Amiya. Patience. I do too. We're on a mission. Next time, okay? Oh, okay. Radian, I have Amiya here for you. Right. Radian, this is Amiya. What kind of operator is Radian? Well, you saw how Amiya and Rosmontis reacted. Our young personnel love Radian, but she may be a little too warm and friendly for adults. The adolescents have the most trouble with her. Why? Their need of self-actualize tends to conflict with Radiant's persistent motherliness. I generally avoid putting them in the same team. You should check the manual for such details when planning. Right, I saw Radiant. Yes. That's correct. No, that's not a standard tactic for guerrilla fighters. It's more like... Like a military? Yes, like the doctor said, Radiant, Reunion has mixed things up a bit, but you can still see the shadow of the Ursus military here. They're undergone strict military training. Yes, that's likely. The core network of Reunion personnel could be infected who have received Ursus military training. They're the only ones who could gather up such a large group of infected. It's clear that this battle won't be an easy win for us. No, I'm fine. Rosmontis and I, all the Rhode Island operators, we all wanted to be here. It's okay, Radiant. I have the doctor and Dr. Kalt'tsit with me. Alright, Amiya, it's time to begin. Right. Okay, Radiant, it's up to you and the Dr. Kalt'tsit. First things first, we have to make good use of our comms. Team R4, activate your equipment. Radiant, it will take Rosmontis 10 minutes to cast her arts.
During that time, we cannot lose the comms for even a split second, unless we determine that we have to disconnect. Continued use of Reginium arts will cause you discomfort, and if the nausea becomes unbearable, you are to immediately take the supplement I formulated for you. Moderate dizziness is a side effect. It won't harm your nervous system, but it will massively drain your strength. Be careful not to overdose. After the first 10 minutes, you can take intermittent breaks. Do not overexert yourself. We're asking a lot of you, Radian. Rosmontis, all of the enemy's messages will be sent to your portable terminal via Radian. Feel them and log them. Should their location change, you cannot lose them. Seize their feelings and log them again. Reach out with your body, Rosmontis, and picture yourself roaming the city. I understand, Dr. kalt'tsit. Amiya. I know. You have your own work cut out for you. If anything anomalous happens, I will stop your casting. The instant you feel any pain, let me know. Rosmontis, I'm going closer to you. Yes, I'm ready too. I'm not scared. Amiya, don't be scared of me. I won't. I'm not scared of Rosmontis. We won't be scared.
They touched foreheads.
Amiya is stabilizing Rosmontis' emotions. You may not want to look directly at them, Doctor. It is unwise for any but the most tragically inflicted warriors to look directly at the expansion of the essence of Rosmontis' arts.
Excuse me?
I figured you'd realized it sooner. Or that you already knew but hadn't indicated as much to me. But yes, Doctor. Amiya's battles, both physical and mental, have been far beyond what any human being should have to endure.
What have you done?
2 or maybe 3 would be okay. The more people to share the burden, the better. Doctor, I'm not talking specifically about a memory or a battlefield experience. This refers to demands on both responsibility and physical ability. If you'd like, you could hold Amiya's hand to share that burden.
Alright, reaching out to Amiya.
No, not today anyway. I have another urgent task. We have to buy them precious time. A pharmaceutical company investigates the root cause of a problem, adapts to the environment, allocates functions appropriately, and looks for a breakthrough. Our target is smaller and more precise than in a conventional battle. A small tactical assault team's work is closer to a surgery than it is to a firefight. What the warmongers can't do falls within our area of expertise. Rhode Island is going to take out the enemy command in the core city. All our objectives center on rooting out the cause of this disease. But even if we excise the cancer, if the cause of the problem remains unknown to us, it will not be fundamentally solved. Doctor, I do hope you will give this due consideration. Who are our patients? The normal infected, the Ursus who were infected, Reunion, or the city? And where is the cause of this disease? We've discussed how Reunion is not maintaining the city's communication networks. It has become clear that Tallulah deliberately kept the Reginium clusters from the catastrophe in the city to maintain a state of chaos. That will massively disrupt our communications. Even our most advanced equipment will not function under these conditions. But now, thanks to elite operator Radian, who can make use of the otherwise chaotic airwaves, that leaves us with a direct, reliable method of communication and a tactical advantage.
One advantage isn't enough.
True. You saw the runners carrying megaphones. The guerrillas use these antiqued methods to carry intelligence and orders to encrypted messages. We have yet to properly map the movements of these runners, but Rosmontis is working on it. Their transmissions may be not instantaneous and are limited in range, but it is the most stable and disciplined method in a hostile environment. Can you guess what's wrong with this method?
It depends on the person first giving the order.
Correct. The real commander's location is hidden. What would you do in that position, Doctor?
I'd flush him out.
Correct. Now we focused our thinking. This is another tactical advantage. Doctor, the arts Rosmontis is releasing will show us the location of every runner and their patrol routes. She will expand her consciousness and capture every physical structure within range. At the same time, her mental state will grow increasingly chaotic. Amiya is working to flatten those emotions. Radiant is the core of our communications. With our arts, we can communicate unimpeded for a short period of time. We just need to wait for Rosmontis to finish her part, then we go. For now, the guerrillas know nothing about us. They are completely unaware that we are targeting their communications, or that we are able to work against the ancient Sarka's witchcraft. We do have our methods, limited as they may be. After striking the runners, the guerrillas will respond. Within a half hour, they will have new runners working, and they will be hardened against further attacks. They will be on high alert and may not have weaknesses to exploit. What's more, we will have exposed our positioning and tactics, putting us in a difficult situation. However, we only need to execute a single surgical strike. With that one blow, we will force out their command unit. The guerrillas won't be expecting another infected Spec Ops team. This is a tactical advantage.
I'm more concerned with implementation. Will it work?
I'm not going to exaggerate. Doctor, even with our 3 tactical advantages, we are more likely to fail than succeed.
Then why do it like this?
Because anything else would be even less likely to succeed. Rosmontis should have started her search. Hold your breath and don't look. First, I found 3. Rosmontis, you're okay. Come here, a little closer. 4. Your ear. I'm running my finger over your ear like this. You can hear it. These are just fragments of your imagination, and you've seen it all before. 5. Doctor, are you afraid of getting hurt?
Huh?
These 3 teams will split up for the fight. Each will be responsible for enemy teams and crippling their runners in a different sector. We cannot give them a chance to get the word out. Each of our squads will also redistribute their power projection, which I have already planned for. Don't worry. As for you, you're with me.
Me?
Bring your security specialist. You can't refuse, I think. The guerrillas' equipment is of excellent quality, similar to that of the Ursus military, and they keep to discipline and tactics even more harshly and effectively. Sarkis, Ursus, Liberi, and other races all united under a single banner. You are safe only under my protection. I don't want Rosmontis to kill you by accident, and I don't want Amiya to distract herself trying to protect you. And Radiant, you haven't even met. You can't cause trouble. You can't cause trouble with me. Wait. Rosmontis? Radiant, sever Rosmontis' connection. Now. Amiya, her mental state. But Rosmontis, the scene I reached out to was stable. Nothing strange was happening. It shouldn't have. It's falling. She's looking at the sky. Lost. She's lost. She's falling. Body temperature dropping, shortness of breath, sharp decrease in endorphin levels.
Does she need the injection? Kalt'tsit just shakes her head.
This isn't like Radiant using supplements to replenish her energy. Rosmontis' arts throw off a balance inside her body, but not an entirely biological one. Injecting steroids to increase hormone production can seriously disrupt her endocrine system, that could result in a failure of her inhibitor functions. I... I... You left me. Why? I have to... Why did you leave me?
But this is very bad.
Bad is not an excuse to indulge my incompetence. Doctor, I will not resort to emergency measures that cause permanent bodily harm, no matter how effective they may be. Rosmontis' problem is not biological. She's the only one who can solve it. Rosmontis? Rosmontis, look at my hand. Dr. Kalt'tsit. Look at Dr. Kalt'tsit's hand. My hand is stroking your face right now. Look, Dr. Kalt'tsit is here. Look at me. Rosmontis, Kalt'tsit doesn't have much time to stay with you. Neither does Amiya. Outcast, Misery, Blaze, or anyone else. But for now, Amiya and I are here. Keep pushing, Rosmontis. Walk forward. Yes, Rosmontis, over here. Walk this way. On the deck. It's very hard, I know, but Rosmontis, this is the deck. You can step on it. You won't fall through. This is Rhode Island. We're here with you. I'm here with you. I know.
Her breathing, it's stabilizing.
Dr. Kalt'tsit, give me the data. Okay. Radiant, connect Rosmontis' terminal. She's okay. I'm sure. Do it. Second. 7. I see. Her Rosmontis is standing now. Her consciousness is peaceful and harmonious. Ah, it's like a fluffy basket holding her dreams. We're fine, Dr. Kalt'tsit.
Huh, fluffy basket. Cute.
Oh? Amiya is turning red, Doctor. I didn't want you to see that. It's okay. Okay. Again. Amiya, let's go forward a bit. I can feel it. Third. Dr. Kalt'tsit, I found them. All of them. We're ready. Yes, thank you. And thank you, Amiya. Don't thank me for doing my job, Rosmontis. No need. You'll know I love saying that, don't you? Uh-huh. But you took me to the bridge and to the mountain, and the clouds were so pretty. It's a long road. Let's go, Amiya. We can go down. Radiant, split the connection. We can take 5. You can take 5. Amiya, Rosmontis, keep the channel clear. Okay, now, Radiant, Dr. Kalt'tsit, Rosmontis. Time to fight. It looks like you have something on your mind.
Your tone is much softer than it used to be.
That's not what you're thinking, but if you'd like, I can be harsher with you.
Tell me about the kitten.
You were very lucky back there. Taking a step back, it may be that Rosmontis likes you. She controlled her outburst. Otherwise, you would have bitten off your tongue watching Amiya and I guide her and seeing the manifestation of her arts. Rosmontis was born in a lab. She did not suffer the same tragedy as most experimental infected. She did not die from the increasingly cruel experiments. As the project moved forward, she gradually crushed the entire facility. The lab did not destroy her, she destroyed it. Her arts are tied to her mental state. The group that found her and smuggled her to Rhode Island has made it clear that Rosmontis does not exist. I know what you're thinking, and no, through force of coercion, I would never allow an individual who has been through that to become an operator. But Rosmontis herself chose responsibility, training, and companionship. With her subconscious arts usage causing constant damage, the caster operators decided to train her. She had to mature faster than the others, which she fortunately wanted to do. We didn't want to abandon her to the wilderness. We did not want to inject her with suppressants, and we certainly didn't want Rhode Island to be reduced to a heap of pulverized shrapnel. This solution was our last resort. We have to train her to use her arts, rather than indulge or imprison her. She's like Ame in some ways, and unlike her in others.
Alright, elaborate.
Then let me finish, please. They are alike in that they will both fight to the end for other people. As for how they're different, you know Ame has never wanted to make enemies. Even when forced to do so, she fights back her tears, reluctantly destroying her enemies. But Rosmontis I could say, Doctor, that Rosmontis. She's never given up on a mission. Faced with any situation, she handles it appropriate and wins. This is our simultaneously reasonable and incomprehensible annihilation specialist, Rosmontis. She is an elite operator for no other reason than she met the standards across the entire battery of tests. The operators who feared her came to know what she was really like, and ultimately put their lives in her hands. Because she protects them with all her power. If Blaze won the respect of our people through leadership of her team, Rosmontis fought for their respect. She heard their expectations and exceeded them.
But there are practical considerations to her participation here.
There are other operators with dedication with detection arts similar to Rosmontis's, with different casting conditions. Rosmontis can do more than just locate. You've seen the way she fights. Doctor, we allowed Rosmontis to join this op because she is the best operator for the job, and because she believes as much herself. Her arts are also enough to help Ame and I face the leader of the guerrillas, Patriot of Reunion.
Yelling us.
Dr. Kalt'tsit, the abandoned trolley station behind the fallen restaurant sign, the gate of the 4th secondary school, 3rd floor of the town hall clock tower. Acknowledged. Copy. I'll go to the town hall, Dr. Kalt'tsit. Then we'll go to the 4th secondary school, Doctor. Move.
I'll help you command, Dr. Kalt'tsit.
Precisely. Rosmontis, Ame, and I will deal with the runners, and you, Doctor, you will command our free units and slow the guerrilla fighters. Remember, we target only the enemies we can target. Once the guerrillas regroup, we fall back. We are here to complete our objective, not to entertain some fantastical idea of a direct fight. This will be a protracted battle. We could suffer casualties or even total defeat. If that happens, we could be facing a new dark age for the infected. The best possible outcome for us could be that the command squad does not appear. We head straight for the command tower and the generator area, leaving the Reunion infected to handle their own problems with the infected. But he won't. Not his guerrilla commander. Not this guerrilla commander. He won't lose control of the battle and watch his team fall apart. It is not faith alone that keeps his people together. He has the strength to live up to his name. After this battle, if all goes well, we will commit everything to a conflict with their command squad. We will face down Boulder Casti.
Quick sip. But yeah, that is the scene for this stage. The next 3 stages have no scenes, so we will do the usual title and text description. So, 714, Guerrilla, Part 1. The mortars used by the guerrillas pose a significant threat to us. Those weapons taken from Ursus's military arsenal are terrifying incarnations of the very essence of war. 715, Guerrilla Part 2. The guerrillas' vertical strike squad has withstood harsh trials and brutal wars. They fought Ursus for more than a decade, and their will is nigh indomitable. We have but a single moment for a chance at victory. And 716, titled Unrivaled. Who has witnessed a battle like this before? Who can survive such a battlefield? Even a simple skirmish has struck fear into our hearts. We do not have the ability to defeat them. We must escape to where they cannot see us. And then once again, the stages with an S in front are mainly there to grind out materials. So we proceed to 7-17, titled Aegis of the Infected, Part 2. We cannot destroy them, so we will do our best not to be destroyed by them. We must achieve a tactical victory. We strive to paralyze their spinal cord and expose the giant's head to us. And this stage's story takes place after the battle, so after all of these. So, let's go over it.
Runner 3, down. Runner 7, destroyed. Runner 8, intercepted. Radiant, execute the feint. Use your arts to extend or hit their nervous system directly. Pull all the enemies. So tough. Is everyone okay?
No problem yet, but it's really intense. I've never seen combat on this scale before. I'm due for a vacation if I make it back from this.
Right, I'll approve it. But first, let's knock out this team. Then if you want a raise, a vacation, a specific assignment, I'll grant anything.
Incoming. Don't get distracted. Back in formation. A major firefight by the east exit. Staying calm and push ahead slow. Don't give them an opening. These don't look like Ursus or Yan tactics. What's going on? Who are they? After... Pardon? After picking off Ursus soldiers for years, now we get ambushed. No actual fighting. Cowards. You'll pay for underestimating the guerrillas. Watch the altar. The protection the captain gave us only mitigates its effects. He told us 1,000,000 times not to get near it unless we have to. Runner, get the other teams on the horn. No response. Where are the mortars? And the devils? Hold on, something's not right.
Runner 12, destroyed.
The guerrilla fighters are closing ranks. Now's our best chance to break through. No, it could be a trap.
Roger, Rosmantis, let's scan the area with our arts. I can't reach it. The enemy is blocking me somehow.
Sarka's casters.
They're the only ones who could interfere with arts like Rosmantis's. Then it's up to me. Radiant, how long can you keep it up?
We'll be quick.
I found them. Yes, they have a lot of snipers and casters hidden in those buildings. They're calm, some agitated, but they're not fanatics. They're fortifying that point. Duty. The doctor is right. It's a trap. I'm nearby. I'm coming. Can you do it? Yes, I won't smash the whole building. I'll just destroy the level they're on, so they won't bother us. Amia, I can do it. Right, Rosmantis, I know you can. Definitely. Amia, will you pay Fumi then? What? I heard Blaze say there aren't many people who can make you pay Fu them. Pei Fu? Oh, does that mean respect? Sorry, I'm not so good with the Yan language. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I don't know, Amia. Doesn't matter, because I've always paid food to Rosmantis. You're amazing, really. I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't bear that loss and loneliness. There is no way I could live with it like you do, suffer through it like you do. You're lying. But it doesn't matter to me. Even if you're a liar, you're still Amia to me. Someone could pay for a person like me. It's like you just said, Rosmantis. You're Rosmantis, so I respect you, as both an elite operator and a friend. Keep at it, Rosmantis. Okay, we'll keep at it.
Where are they? What are they waiting for? No, we can't leave the area. We strike as soon as they show their faces. No one else falls out of contact. Hey, is that an enemy on top of that building over there? Cat. Just one feline. Runner, tell the casters. The enemy deployed a caster on the building across the way. We've got to take her out. A sword? A weapon? She's pulling them down out of the air. Huh? Floating weapons.
Slice from here to there. Hold it with my hands. Cut with the sword. Like slicing a potato.
Like slicing a potato.
Doctor, get over here.
The whole building got cut in half?
Rosmantis is destroying the guerrillas' ambush point. Watch for falling debris.
What the hell was that?
Assuming you've talking about Rosmantis' arts, it may be time to explain it to you, now that you've seen it so many times. It is the state of mind she shapes herself. You can think of it like Rosmantis as a gigantic second invisible body that cannot be acted upon. It is a formless extension of her sense of touch. She can grab, squeeze, lift up, and toss away. But these arts lack objective manifestation, as opposed to her subjective mind. It can act upon us with force, but we cannot act upon it. We only know it exists within the application of special Originium arts. You need to grasp it fully. This is not your area of expertise. Rosmantis was much more destructive before we put a weapon in her hands. A lot like being crushed beneath the threats of a nomadic city. All that's left is a crying young girl alone in the ruins. Under no circumstances can that be allowed to happen again. Doctor, move. I see it. The command group is coming. There should be a waterway under the ruins in the park fountain. They hid it in such an inconspicuous place. The story of the ambush on Greymane Peak that supposedly involved 7 straight days of stakeout and tricked the strongest of knights may well have been true. Let's go, Doctor. No time to lose. Radian, cease fire. Find a good place to hide. I need to focus on keeping our comms up. Mantra 2. Log all our conversations. Every last word. Runner Group 14 successfully intercepted. Amia, Dr. Kalt'tsit, I'm ready.
Are you okay? Talk to me, look at me. Good, you're with us. I'm okay, doesn't matter. You hide somewhere, don't let them find you. We need you to regroup. I know, we'll get them. You stay quiet. I'm fine, no injuries. A little stone is nothing compared to an Ursus fourth cracker. Don't panic. I can stop it. You look for an opening. You! What are you looking at? Too scared to fight us? Whoever you are, you lost the guts to take us on now.
Too scared of Patriot's blood? Scared of his witchcraft? Thinking back to the time you fought the Sarkas, you had them outnumbered, you could have won, but in the end you just ran up the casualties. But we'll do you one better. You can't break our shields. You can't crack our armor. You're nothing before the undying Patriot. The mightiest Ursus warrior needs no spear nor shield. He'll stomp you to pieces. You are nothing. Our fighters will regroup here soon. You can't run. Reunion will put you through hell. Oppressors who enslave the infected like us, you will be swallowed up by the Reunion movement. Reunion already betrayed you, sir. Little girl. To infected little girls. What are you doing? Out of the way. There is a man behind you, and I'm going to break the device behind him. You think I'll show you mercy just because you look like a kid? Don't underestimate Patriot's guard. We're the Aegis of the infected. I am here to stop your attacks. If you attack the infected, I'll strangle you with my own 2 hands. Then my weapons will talk for me. You're the cat from before. Your sword. Get out of here, Guardian. Tell the others. I'll be okay. That's your job, not mine. You have to survive. Come, try to pierce my shield. Try to break my armor. Amiya, I'm out of options. But... he won't die, but he may never walk again. Wait. Go. Stab. You can't. How? You blocked my sword with your bare hands? My hand... numb. When did you get here? I never felt... No. Oh. I thought that was a building collapsing, but that was you? No, you and your team. You're like... a mountain. Rosmontes, fall back. But I... That's an order, Rosmontes. An order. Captain. You did well. Go, regroup. Now you. Rhode Island. I don't care who you are. You attack my men. You die. Are you sure you don't care? Very sure. Wait. You. Old Rocasti. You. How? It's been a while. You. Dame kalt'tsit. Hey, would you look at that? They know each other. Who would have thunked? Oh boy, here we go. Stage 7-18. Death of a Patriot. Once again, I will add the battle stage after the before scene to this thing, plus the description of Patriot provided as an enemy unit for the stage. But that will be after the first scene. For now, we read, they are commanded by the Aegis of the infected, the most ancient bloodline among the warriors of Sarkas, Ursus' indomitable incarnation of war, the backbone of the Reunion movement, Yelena's father. So,
Let's begin with the before part.
It's been a long time, Bouldercasty.
Dame kalt'tsit, why don't you age? Shield guards, guerrillas, stand by, hold position. Roger. Lord.
The way you talk, is that because of an infected organ in your larynx?
No, just over time became like this. I can't speak smoothly anymore. Dame, I never thought I'd see you again. I remember faintly when my people left. You and Her Majesty didn't stop us.
That was a long time ago.
I was in my prime. Now I know too sudden. I was wrong about the king.
You'll still call Her Majesty and King.
A king is a king. When I left, she wasn't. Now she has passed.
You still distinguish the King of Kasdal and the Emperor of Ursus.
Decorum. War does not muddle my thoughts. Who I served, all gone. Ursus now is my homeland too. My liege buried in Ursus. Vast land. Too long, Dame, when we left. My people were not yet withered. Still, it was not long. But you, no change. The years did not change you.
Not true. The years have changed us, Bouldercasty. I am not the same woman I was before. Bouldercasty, why did you leave Kasdal?
Why I left, I think you will laugh. I left because I hated killing. But for my life, I have killed.
All that you have been through has only tempered your will. Your blood still flows in your veins. I will not laugh at you. You've earned respect.
High praise, Dame. I failed to avoid killing. I did kill so many. Dame, this name, do you know how I got it?
Your followers consider you a true warrior fighting for Ursus. You fight injustice, slavery, bloodshed, and oppression from the Ursus, for the future of Ursus. Do you agree?
Shakes his head. Even if war is necessary, such a title is trouble. For many, we started war, but war is murder. The war ends. If it truly ends, we should all die.
But war never ends.
But I will die. But for my death, I want meaning. I want to see for Ursus, for the infected, another future. I asked many times of my people, Kasdal. You and Her Majesty worked together for many years. She trusted you. So I too trust you. You led Rhode Island here, not for blood. But then those two, they stink of my daughter, her death.
Me and Amia? Mr. Patriot.
Frost Nova died to test us. No, no more.
Do you seek vengeance on Rhode Island, Patriot?
No, Dame, not vengeance. Why take vengeance for her actions? That was her path. She chose, no matter where it ended.
Your daughter fought us with everything she had. And she approved of us too.
Quiet. What?
Mr. Patriot?
She's so young, only knows blind trust. The truth we believed in the end is exposed. Only a few wolves in sheep's clothing.
You... Mr. Patriot, Miss Frostnova gave her life, her arts, everything. Miss Frostnova let go of everything just to prove herself, her anger, her ideals. Her life had meaning.
Enough. Not your place to say this.
Oh. Amiya, don't. Say no more.
What do you know? If my daughter was not terminal, killing you would be easy for her. Like slicing wheat with a sickle. What you endured, I do not care. It means nothing. It proves nothing.
Tallulah has set the core city on a collision course for Lungmen.
And is she declaring it Ursa's territory?
Well, seems like we can skip that part. Patriot, how? Then why?
The Puppet Master has many tools. Puppet Masters think alike. But I cannot let you through. Reunion cannot destroy itself. I won't betray again, or they, the infected. The struggle are for nothing. They die. Even if Tallulah has gone mad. How do I tell the infected their leader is mad, a traitor? How do I say she is wrong now, but once right? How do I say she, who you follow, must now die? I won't let Reunion become infected, civil war, then nothing. I will not.
But Reunion won't be able to carry its own weight. And besides, Tallulah has been working secretly to destroy Reunion from within.
You are right, Dame kalt'tsit. And so you are here. I prepared to face many types of foe. But I did not expect in the end to fight infected.
Is this really what you choose? Buldrukasti, you don't have to die.
Choose. I have only one choice. To kill you.
Patriot, we don't need to throw more lives away. This isn't like it was with Miss Frostnova. No matter who wins, this battle is paying right into the enemy's hands.
Wrong. Kodos, this is war. You want me to stop. Why should I stop? I fought far too many wars. As the Wendigo of Ursus, barbarians, flayers ripped flesh from bone, vicious herds, we cleansed. Monsters, twisted, stinking limbs, eyes in the hundreds, fingers in the thousands, we slaughtered. Warriors, Victoria with steam armor, Casimirs with silver lance Pegasi, Laterano with apostolic gun knights. All of them we defeated utterly. But we cannot defeat ourselves, cannot defeat the Empire's greed, cannot defeat our people's deaths. We the Wendigos are the Sarkas closest to death. You are stained with my daughter's death. In this world there are fates worse than death. Why should I stop? Who dares to test me? My virtue. They called me righteous. Should I accept? Fate thinks me weak. Do I suffer it? They called me strong. Should I bear it? traitor, rebel, butcher, guardian. All of them, like Patriot, on the battlefield, they are nothing but scraps. Rhode Island. You killed her. I'll kill you. It is not revenge. I have no heart for vengeance. My daughter just gave up the fight. No. If not, then how? She gave her life, and you still live. I will not give up. I only know what I see. I only know what I hold. I don't fight you for my daughter, but I loathe fate. I will fell it, crush it, grind it to dust. If fate lets you make me turn, I would rather never turn back. Captain, are you really going to? Anyone who thinks me dishonorable, stand now, challenge me. But if you value your life, we part here. I don't want for you a foolish death. I won many times. I know this too well.
You can't. Boulder Casty, don't be stupid. You can live on.
Dame, you too have tasted loss. And so, could you stand by and watch?
You.
My blood no longer serves her. Yes, my country is Ursa's. But when she died, we heard it. That long, long gasp.
So you could feel it. That was the moment, with the pulse containing her art spread through the body of every Sarkis in the world. It was only an instant, but you felt it. That means your blood is ancient enough.
So ancient that I am alone. I never thought born in Kazdal, never infected. Then an old man, I tasted it. Oripathy. Is that right? We all know, Dame. We all know. Things in this world do not happen because they are right. In fact, most things are mistaken again. My man said I can fix them. In fact, they are too many. There is no looking back. Do you fight to this day for what you lost, Dame? I think no. I think you lost and you refuse to lose more. My daughter has passed. I fight not for her death. I fight for the living, for all infected, to the end. Reunion cannot fall. Reunion must liberate all infected.
Are you sending messages for him and his men?
What will you say to him?
You're trying to set up the guerrillas. You're going to turn the Ursus infected against them to kill them. You know they won't raise a hand against the civilians.
Hate is the strongest weapon. It's a killer.
But he won't die. He's Patriot. He's all the greatest legends summed up in one omen. I've seen his armor. I've seen him swing a weapon. He can't die. He and his people are the strongest fighters in all of Reunion. You want to kill the infected. You devils never cared about life, but he does. He's Ursus, he's Sarkis, and he's infected, but none of those qualities push him to do wrong. He's not just Ursus, he's not just Sarkis, he's not just an infected. He's the Patriot. Just the Patriot. He'll beat you, he'll block your attacks, spit on your insults, regroup the infected, and cleanse their hate. He's Patriot, and he won't die. And you're a bunch of maggots, dancing on the strings of the disgusting schemers running the show. You're talking like that because you know you're gonna die. And you're definitely not right about that. Patriot's pretty tough, but you're not. You're gonna die. So you will not pass. I will not allow it. To go through Central District, you have to kill me. Otherwise, my guerrillas will hunt, and I will be here, strangling you to death. You will die at my hand. Only if you kill me will your value be known. Otherwise, you are only intruders. How unreasonable. Of course, I don't believe you have any value. I don't know how you could resist my people's witchcraft, but you will not survive Ursa's tactics. You really hate us that much? I don't hate anyone. I just don't trust you. I cannot trust you. Even you, Lord. You brought... You want the proof of us? I don't believe in coincidences. War. War does not care. Not about right or wrong. It does not care about the suffering, or the oppressed, or the enslaved. Of the battlefield there are. On the battlefield there are not. You people prepare for the battlefield. Whoever dies is wrong. I can't understand him. What is he saying? Why do we have to fight? Fight or be crushed. Resist and be crushed. Unless you defeat me. If fate stands with you, I kill you. Then I shall kill it, so it cannot mock anymore, ever again. If fate stands with you, I only go forward, advance. All operators, fall back immediately. I step forward. Our target is an infected commander of the Reunion Movement, codename Patriot. His armor, his strength, his stature far surpasses anything you would expect of a warrior. Originium may have taken over many of his psychological functions. The originium in what was once his larynx is a product of the high rate of crystallization happening inside his body. That's the most we've been able to gather from our intel. I have reasons to believe that a typical fatal wound will not do any significant damage to him, as the originium will grow and replace tissue damage. Vendigo's natural exhibit an extremely high metabolic and repair capability, and from where we stand, we don't know whether his infection is causing him pain or is benign mutation. But no matter how resilient he may be, we have to kill him. Only by killing him can we get through the Central District, reach the bridge, and stop the enemy's exploitation of Reunion. His guards have been confused by his actions. This is our last chance. Dr. Kalt'tsit. How did it come to this? We're just a fork in his road. All that we've built means nothing to him. We're a choice, just like go kill Tallulah right now, but I think that one carries more weight to him. Might be worth further investigation. To put it frankly, he's looking down on us. Even with Dr. Kalt'tsit here. Even the Emperor of Ursus himself couldn't get him to bow his head, let alone me. We'll have to use his death to open his eyes and make him see all that we've done, and make him realize that we're stronger than him. But there's no way he himself could ever change. Everything else, all that you value, is too fragile for him, It can't bear his weight. Helliger from Azazel misjudged this Arcus' character. No matter how noble Buldracasti may be, no matter how much he carries on his shoulders, he is an indomitable warrior, first and foremost. Frost Nova trusted you, so she gave the last bit of her life to you, but Patriot does not. He doesn't trust, he only trusts himself. Even outwardly. Prepare for battle. It all comes down to battle now. Only war can kill him.
Wise choice, Lord. Guerrillas, regroup. You have only a few minutes left. I say no more. I seek no understanding. I only win wars. Defying all comprehension, the monstrously fearsome warrior stands before you. But you remember, there is another monstrous warrior who comprehends everything, standing right beside you. Amia grips your hand tightly. Rhode Island, I advance. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright. And before we go through the battle stage, first we go over the battle info for Patriot. It says here, Patriot, Sarkas. His armor is in disrepair and damaged in many places. The blade of his once sharp halberd is now eroded with rust. However, the indomitable Patriot never capitulates, never backs down, and never shows mercy. He has long struggled with faith, and now resolves to slit the throat of faith. So, this will be the battle stage, and yes, I know, it's just a high-level team, yada yada. This is just to showcase Patriot in action. So let's go. And like I said before, this tactic is pretty roughly based on the very same positioning I was using originally. So if it helps anyone who is gonna get to this stage eventually or is kind of stuck on this one, the best tip I can give here is if you don't have units that do true damage, like for example Neural the Radiant, who just popped down coincidentally, and kalt'tsit for example with Monster, then the mines are your best friend. The mines and Amia, to be specifically, in this very corner where he is right now. And he's back, and he's faster, and he's more angry. As he will probably showcase in a very... Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. That Spear Toss is his long-range attack, which pretty much insta-gives anything he hits on a range tile. And he also does extremely massive damage in melee combat, as you can see by the amount of ridiculous damage he managed to do there to Knurl's fucking summoned blade there. Like, holy shit. It is very scary whenever I deploy Knurl and I see that blade that has such ridiculous health get chipped like it's nothing. It is very scary to see and put into perspective how ridiculously strong this bitch is. But let's continue with the after story for 718. Well, this street has seen better days.
Monster, hold. Sniper operators, keep up the fire on his torso. His armor is already severely damaged. Casters, keep their other guerrilla fighters under control. Don't let them interfere. Pull back, monster. You don't have advantage in close quarters. You can't stop him now. The sword is slipping. Even if I try to hold him, I can't move him. He feels like a landslide. Focus the energy into a beam. Focus. Keep focusing. And then aim the beam at his heart. Fire. Now. Even that wasn't enough to destroy him.
How is he so persistent?
Every fight is to the death. Life on the line in every fight, for life will return to the blood and live forever in another body. Vanguard operators, keep up the pressure. Fall back. His own body will unleash the cannibalism ritual, as he himself is a gigantic witchcraft device. Boulder Casti, there are many Sarkas who would not see a Wendigo like you sacrifice for nothing.
No, how can I be sacrificed? I can still move. I can still kill you. My body still hears my commands. I have not felt the pain, misery, and regret. Is it enough? Could it be enough?
Mr. Boulder Casti, please stop. Stop this. Fighting more like this will only bring you more suffering.
Warrior. A warrior should carry all of the dead. I carry their pain, their hate, their silence. If I stop, they died for nothing. Suffering? You should suffer. You cannot defeat me.
Don't be sad, my love. You won't remarry. Don't be like that, dear. But you won't agree with my yapping. You're stubborn as a stone. Have I ever convinced you of anything? You'll keep fighting, won't you? Promise me, Boulder Casti. Promise me you won't die in battle. My only hope is that you don't suffer anymore. Just think, after I'm gone, you'll still have our family. Look, our little Gru. He's so cute when he's sleeping. With his two little red horns that still haven't hardened. This is life. It's the continuation of my life. A child is the continuation of all the life in our world. I know you won't eat me. I know how much you hate Wendigo traditions. But I do so wish to flow through your life forever. And yet, life is ever immortal. You're withering away. All that sadness is going to destroy you. Our son needs you to take care of him. Lingering here will be the death of you. No, Boulder Casti, you're not a cold-blooded monster. Your love for me is true. Even a misanthropic woman like me managed to return your love all the same. You look surprised. Don't be. I love you, just as tenderly and generously as you loved me. Boulder Casti, my love, the family you'll come to have, is also my family. That's how I love you.
Helen, I don't deserve your love. I couldn't protect you. I couldn't keep my word. My family, I couldn't protect. Any of them. I don't deserve love. You trusted me. I broke my promise. I broke my promise, but I live, and so the promise still remains. Because the promise bears hate and regret. Not only the dead. Feline, where is it? Your hate, your regret. You carry it as you go. The people of the city, the Ursus infected, the world, those who lost their parents.
Okay, I think there's a typo here, because the world is being said twice. But whatever.
Those whose parents did wrong. They are all carried.
Father, I'm begging you, don't stand with the Empire. Orders. The Empire's orders are ridiculous. No, I'm sorry, Father. I wasn't mocking you. I would never. But the Imperial decree is a cruel joke played on all of us. My friend Hector was flogged alive on the bridge just because they found out he had a ripathy. Didn't you like his poetry too? Didn't you read them aloud at night and shed tears of joy? He's dead. He's been set down the dark path of death and left us forever, never to return. He was a poet. Only the writing word had the right to send him to his death. The Empire's so-called infected decree is just a wicked intrusion into our hearts. That kind of death, the death of the infected, is a disgrace to both those who have taken life and who lose it. Did the soldiers of the Empire win the Emperor's favor with this disgrace? It's ridiculous. You were born in Kazdel. You grew up with infected Sarkas. I know you can understand that your Ursus infected too. Why are you so indifferent? Is your heart made of iron too? Or is it because you, as a still uninfected Sarkas, have no compassion in your heart? We're Sarkas. Who's more susceptible to a ripathy than Sarkas? Maybe when one of us gets infected, you'll know how absurd these crimes are. Maybe then you'll leave your path of bloodshed and take a walk down the boulevard of mercy. Fine, Father. You're the one and only Boulder Casti. If a ripathy won't hunt a tough soldier like you, it'll just have to creep up on me. When it's hovering over my corpse laughing at you, you'll finally realize your mistake. Don't let yourself regret it, Father.
Gruvazil, you were innocent, so innocent. The infected was me. I hid it from you. Father, to the end, had eyes and was blind. Father couldn't walk the right path. I regret. I truly regret. My son, Father killed you. Father let you die for nothing. Father doesn't deserve to be your father. If I stop fighting, I betray them.
More, I see more and more. Mr. Patriot, you have so much regret. You never said anything. You never confided in anyone.
I can only bear my regrets.
Monster, get back from him.
I would think, why did the king as she was, and like that? You won't answer. Her Majesty's death, to this day, is a mystery. But I know she never ran. Start to finish, she would only smile. If I stop fighting, all resistance means nothing. If I stop fighting, I ran. I cannot stop.
We're not related though. It's kind of weird to call you Dad. You don't look so good. No way. It's not because my brothers and sisters are scared of me. Hey, do you have any ideas? Oh, how I can get them to stop hiding from me because of you? If you do, I'll even call you Daddy. Huh? Threaten? I don't know what that word means. You didn't teach me yet. You told me my brother learned everything really fast, but I can only go step by step. Where's my brother now? Huh? Why are you hugging me all of a sudden? You'll freeze. Are you crying? I felt something grip on my shoulder. No? Everyone says you don't have blood or tears. Does that mean you don't cry? But you're definitely crying, Daddy.
Jesus. Ugh, why is this hitting me so much already? Oh, jeez.
I don't know what I was saying. I'm sorry. Daddy, are you crying because you're freezing and it hurts? Daddy, I won't say things like that anymore. And when I grow up, I'll make a medicine for you so you won't get frozen. Then you won't cry anymore, right? I'm gonna grow up really fast. Family? Oh, you mean my brothers and sisters, and me, and you. We're all family. Even my brother who isn't here. Then, Daddy, you're everyone's daddy. Then I'll learn from you, and avenge Grandma. I'll kill all the bad people who bully us. I can't say that? Why? You kill the bad guys every day, Daddy. What do you mean you don't want me to become like you? Aren't you a good guy? How can my daddy be a bad guy? That doesn't make any sense. Tell me, how are you a bad guy? I hate you, Daddy. If I can't be like you, can I go to the city? Daddy, can we really go to the city? The candy fingers you were talking about, are they really good? So I can't eat it if I'm like you? Oh, I don't get it. Daddy? I guess it doesn't matter. I could be a good guy or a bad guy. As long as I can be with you, Daddy, and my brothers and sisters forever. You're my family, I know. My closest family. Obviously, the second is, the third is.
Yelena, my daughter. My daughter, father couldn't do anything for you. I couldn't do anything. I owe you too much. Too much.
Too much.
Kadu's girl, you are Rhode Island's leader. What is special about you? One of your people told me of you. Your warriors are excellent, but only excellent, they still die. Where is it? Show me your worth. You want to stop the core city, but you can't defeat me.
Don't touch Amia. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shield shattered. Spear snapped. The huge monster doesn't even flinch. He keeps hulking forward. Huh. You can pierce my armor. This suit is finally at its limit.
You won't get away.
Feline, you are strong, a threat to me.
Wait, Mr. Patriot.
Only 10 more steps. No need to wait.
You're at your limit, I know. Because you're not a caster like Miss Frostnova. This is enough already. I've seen everything in these arts, everything of you. It's enough, Mr. Patriot.
It's enough. What is this? This strike, it's precise. I can't move anymore.
His wounds are finally catching up to him. Buldercasti.
I plan to destroy you, then the guerrillas in your name kill Tallulah. No need now. You won the right to kill Tallulah.
Mr. Patriot?
How could I let the infected be enslaved, exploited? My life, take it, use it. It's your prize as the victors. You won. Dame, please, take this.
What is this? What is it?
The key to stop Chernobog. If you go to the bridge, you need it.
Mr. Patriot, you just took... Oh.
No, I did intend to kill you. But now you defeated me. You earned it.
Why did you take it this far?
Because I don't trust you. I only trust war. My daughter was naive. She was soft. She assumed an outcome. I don't. I wait for results. And this is the best result. My men, surprised, did not use their strength. They live. Only I, alone, will die. A worthy death.
What happened? Closure. I need the schematics for bioprocessing Unit 13. Cabin temperature is increasing rapidly. It's an energy leak. Wait, it's changing shape. Why is it progressing like this after 14 hours? PRTS, who was in this cabin last? The doctor? Did we lose someone in the battle for Lungmen? Who's being processed? What? Wait, slow down. Who did you say the doctor put in here?
Dane.
I'm listening, Buldercasti.
The Wendigos exiled ourselves, lost everything. But we carry Sarka's traditions. Ancestors molded me, nurtured me, watched over me. Now bear witness.
Buldercasti. I don't know if I'm qualified.
I think you are the best choice.
I hereby witness a Sarkas, Buldercasti, Wendigo of Casdel, betrayed neither flesh nor blood, disgraced not his tribe. He leaves his body with his life under the light, and his soul returns to the warm blood of the Wendigos. This is a curse.
It is not to me. Oh, I feel my vision begins to blur. Thank you, Dame.
I thought you hated this stuff.
But I am old.
No. Where are we? Huh, so that's how it is, huh? Tallulah really did betray us. You think we're just going to stand here and let you kill us?
You can't fight. If there is an afterlife, take your revenge there.
We're supposed to give up just because we know we're going to die. We're going to be killed for no reason and... Don't kill them. Let them go.
Mephisto?
Devils, I'll give you bodies that know no pain. Let them go.
We're a lot tougher than your herd.
I'll share my life with you, and you'll really fight forever. A tireless fight.
Fine. But if we let them go, my people have to watch them. We're not about to disobey Tallulah now. You, crossbowman, go.
Mephisto? Why would he save us? Is this part of Tallulah's plot?
But why come here?
Because I wanted to go in there. I want to know what secrets there are. I want to know why Rhode Island would bring someone out of here. Because I saw someone coming out of here on the logs. Mephisto? Why? Would you like to hear a song? But Captain Faust said, Yes, I can't sing anymore. Oh, but I can try. It ought to be a lullaby, yes. I don't remember who taught it to me. I've forgotten. It's just someone in my dreams was humming it. Go to sleep, hedgehog dolls and little bears.
The Ursus infected, where will they go? How many stars does the dark night hide? Captain! Final order.
Captain.
Fight on, live on. Only you walk your own path. To have a path, you must walk. I will die, but I do not know if I should die now. What is my death can change. Maybe you can tell me the answer.
Sink into the still dark. Brothers, sisters, young and old, dreams, oh dreams, envelop their bodies. Missy, what are you bawling about? I'm not bawling. Fine. But you're right in front of the door to the LGD headquarters. Probably don't want other people seeing you cry, huh? Nobody's here anyway. How about this? I'll sit on the steps in front of you. I'm big enough. Nobody'll see you cry if I'm in the way. What are you doing? Oh, well, we screwed up. So we feel lousy, right? I mean, both of us, Missy. We both blew it, didn't we? What do I care? I don't care where she went. Right, I know. Hey, no hitting. You're going to hit me no matter what I say, huh? Aww.
Finally, my life can end. Helen, Grubazil, Yelena, it's you. I'm finally going home. No. No. Hallucination. How? I don't need visions. Don't need consolation. Who? Who shows me hallucinations?
Oh, how? How did Mr. Patriot break free?
Now I see. You caught us. It's you. You are her successor. Thereseus lied. The king had a successor. You are the Lord of Fiends. To die at the hands of the King of Sarkas. How? In the end, I could not escape fate. No.
Amiya? You can't. Sorry, but Dr. Kalt'tsit.
I heard in the past, Lords of Sarkas gave visions of comfort as favors. Their champions could see great walls or loves long past. Countless soldiers for these visions fought ceaselessly.
Mr. Patriot, I didn't want to. The end of your life, it shouldn't be so tragic. I saw it. I saw your 200 years of life.
Yep, he is over 200 years old.
The constant fighting and so much loss. You lost everything. I don't want that to be your end.
My end? No.
I wanted to give you a better...
No. My end is not someone else's to give. A vision? No. That is not my end. If it is tragic, then it is tragic. If foolish, then foolish. This is my end. The end I deserve. I lived. I fought. I failed. It's enough.
Why is it enough? No one should have to lose everything like this.
You are still a child.
I'm not a child. I've been in more battles than I can count.
A good ending is never earned. Only children believe in happily ever after. You and my daughter are only children who believe in fairy tales. I told Frostnova, too heavy. I disagreed with her. She was a young girl, only a child. Oripathy, slavers, our world won't even spare a child. Tallulah sent her to die.
Then why not join us and fight Tallulah to...
What can you give me? You cannot even give what Tallulah once gave me. Later, what will you become? This is fate. I tasted too much. I will never bow to fate. Even if every time fate brings me to the same end. I would rather wrestle it until again the sun rises. But maybe you can change. I fought fate so many years in the end, I could not win. But you, maybe you're different. Do you have what it takes to succeed the king?
Oh,
Do you have the power to live alive? Do you have the courage and insight to step into the infinite wilderness?
I can't do it alone. But I'm not alone.
Maybe. Everything is yours. Only you can do it. That reunion, tyrant, fate, you will overthrow them.
Wait.
No.
Kalt'tsit looks up at the darkened sky. Where have I seen this before? It couldn't be. Amiya? Amiya. The Sarkis prophecy is born out of their collective racial memory. Originium energy bursts popping in areas with high concentrations. The core city is suffering a catastrophe. The altar, Amia, Vendigo, the Lord of Fiends? Wait, if this has a direct effect, impossible. The last of the ancient Vendigo's bloodline is directly connected to the entire Sarkis race. The prophecy. This prophecy? Snow. Boldorcasti's cannibalization resorted with all the altars, resonated with all the altars, and what I just added, the Vendigo's resurrection. All operators. Anything he says, anything Boldorcasti says, do not believe a single word.
The Vendigo suddenly speaks, his hoarse voice seemingly echoing throughout the entire central district. I see cities devastated. I see Originium blanketing the land. I see you, black crown on your head, melting millions of lives into nothing but memories. I see the King of Sarkas enslaving all peoples everywhere. Huh? What? Impossible. No.
Patriot, don't believe the prophecy. It's just a psychological side effect of the Originium arts.
But I know all the prophecies come true. And I died at the hands of the King of Sarkas. Dame? No, Dame.
Boldorcasti, did you not fight against fate your entire life?
The young King of Sarkas. You. Will be the most horrific disaster to afflict our world. She must die, or else the world will die. I cannot let you live. You can hate me. The sound of clanking armor reaches your ears. The ravaged monster suddenly reaches out to Amia.
Amia. Watch out.
The Kalos girl does not flinch. The shadow of death sweeps upon her smoke-blackened face. She does not move. She does not scream. She only stares directly into Patriot's eyes, as if staring directly into his soul. At the same time, heavy blackened blades and shivering beams of ominous energy pierce swiftly into the giant's immortal body. Still, he remains unshaken. Just as Patriot is about to crush the skull of the girl in black, the Vendigo freezes in place. Something appears to be dripping sorrowfully from his helmet. A minute passes. During this entirety of a minute, there are no other sounds except for the low rumbling of the moving city. Then the realization dawns. The monster standing before us is dead. Having never taken a single step backward, unwavering for even a single second, in the end, death put a stop to the Patriots' lifelong advance.
And we are not done yet. There is still an epilogue and a post-epilogue.
But yeah, oh my god. Oh boy. Alright, let's just continue. Continuing with the scene-only stage 7-19. Titled 11 hours, 15 minutes, 38 seconds. Says, it's like a city driving towards finality.
You're hurt? Don't worry, just a scratch. How is that just a scratch? Come here, I have disinfectant wipes. Look, I'm fine. Turn your face this way. Fine, fine. The wound is deep, but not very wide. It's as if there's a trace of arts. Did Shen do this to you? That blasted woman. Huh. It's fine. Girls of her age are bound to do stuff like this. Hoshiguma, I'm really scared. I'm scared that she'll join reunion. Yeah. I also played with Alula when I was young. Even though I don't remember very clearly, I do know that I really liked being her friend. Even if she was bossy and had a temper, she always stood up for us. She never said anything, but she never backed down. She was always the first to charge ahead, and never asked us for help. She beat up kids who were older than her. She was the only one who could get Shen to snap out of her funks. I'm afraid that she won't. I'm telling you, Shen's heart is rarely on the same page as her mouth. But she will always be Shen of Lungmen. No matter what she might say, all her dreams and her goals, her entire life, has always been right here. So, why did you try to stop her then? I was worried she'd get herself killed, obviously. Swire, you will have an important role in the LGD after this. As if I could do that. I'm not her. Oh, so you do admit she's better than you? I just don't think I'm cut out for the LGD. No, Missy, you absolutely are. I'm not cut out for it, neither is old Shen or Nine. The one who really makes the LGD shine is you. You have to take responsibility. You are the only one who can do it. I'm jaded now, and there's a lot I don't see. I just want the city to become a place that accepts everyone. I feel the same. You! It's been a long time, Miss Swire. Hello, Inspector Hoshiguma. Why is the esteemed daughter of the Rat King at this rundown place? What are you planning to do to her? Let me say this, if you're planning to harm even a single hair on Mrs. Head, I have no such intentions. You screwed up. Maybe. Sometimes we have no choice. I don't think there's ever a time where we don't have a choice. Look up in the sky. It's going to snow. Can you choose for it to stop? Why is it snowing?
Good question. Why is it snowing?
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Daddy's gray hair, mommy's needles.
Crap, we're exceeding the solubility threshold. Manually release the exhaust valves now. That bout of volatility just caused a violent heat absorbing effect. If we don't increase emissions, the entire cabin's going to be ruined. The rain clouds haven't moved much either. At this rate, we're in for major snow. This Frost Nova, what kind of person was she?
All dreams sink to the bottom of the lake. This is a real reality that even time cannot shake. Damn it, what an ugly song. Damn it. Why was Frost Nova so good at it? I really can't sing well. It's snowing. This old man... His crystallization rate is over 60% now. Even a circus shouldn't be able to move.
Just like in the operator file narrations that I like to point out, above 20% is you're pretty much dead man walking. This guy was moving around with 60% crystallization. Yup. Yup.
His consciousness has already dissipated. However, his iron will continues to ripple from his body. Buldrocasti. Resentment, hatred, remorse. It's all gone now. The only thing that's left is wrath. The unwillingness to accept Frostnova's fate. The hostility towards Tallulah actions. The endless longing for Ursus and Kasdal. A fiery and unquenchable wrath. For all the injustice around the world. For all those who fell around him. Towards those that would play with the fates of others. To resist fate is to resist everything. Everything that contributes to the idea of destiny. Buldrocasti's wrath scorched this entire world. This entire injustice-filled world. Mr. Patriot.
Move your hand. You, Katos infected. We will complete the captain's unfinished business.
It's enough. Do you want him to die for nothing? He didn't want any of you to die. He wanted all of you to find another path. He chose to die alone so that all of you could live.
Who said we'll be the ones who die? And who also heard what he and we also heard what he said. Katos, you're the source of all the ruin to come. The ancient prophecies have all been fulfilled. But Frostnova put her faith in us. Still, Frostnova, and now even the captain.
Of course he wouldn't just buy into Frostnova's assessment. He just happened to ignore his daughter's opinion. He didn't go into any of this on blind faith. The decision he made is truly just, and you choose to believe some prophecy.
No, it's not that we believe in the prophecy. We believe in the captain.
Frostnova's candy was spicy.
What?
Yelena let you try her candy. I trusted her, and she trusted me. If you really want to take someone's life, at least be there to see it yourself.
No. Rhode Island, we get some of what you're saying, but we'll never see eye to eye. We follow the captain our entire lives, but we didn't do it blindly. If one day the Katas girl there turns into a tyrant like Tallulah, we will end you. The captain fought against all those people, against slavers, oppressors, corrupt rulers, and those who brought ruin. None could escape. The captain knew about all the people in Chernobog who lost their lives in the catastrophe, about all our battle brothers who died in Wayne. He had his regrets, but knew he couldn't escape. He has set us free now. Though. We belong only to the captain and his ideals he fought for, not the reunion. We will take up his aegis from now on, not as the aegis of the infected, but as defenders of all enslaved. We'll keep an eye on you, Katos. If you take even a single step onto the wrong path, we swear to hunt you down. We will treat these prophecies as our secrets. But before that, we have a tyrant waiting for us in the control tower.
The person who pushed you into a war against us and brought about this chain of tragedies is the leader of Reunion, Tallulah.
We're going to regroup. We need to tell the guerrillas the news. As for you, Continue to carry out your mission, if that's what you want. Snowflakes? This heavy snow. Is Yelena coming to pick up the captain?
Amia, don't be too concerned about it. The Sarkis people have a long history with Originium. Their memories mix with Originium and become one with the land, returning to their own bodies. Sometimes, certain tribes that have long passed down these Originium crystals will gather this information in one place. Through the continuous use of arts, this information mixed together unexpectedly manifests in different ways. Most of these messages are lost to time, their content jumbled or outdated. There is no basis for these prophecies. But they directly affected other people. Like, someone hears these prophecies and starts to try to fulfill them, right? I can't tell if these ideas are just vague whispers or seeds that can be blown into reality. I really can't tell, but he could have killed me. But he thought...
I'll kill her now.
Stop. How are you so sure that she is our enemy?
She is Cachet's heir. She'll poison us all, just like that old serpent.
No, you stubborn old man, you're wrong. Even if she's bound to turn out like that in the end, we can't kill her now. Because she's not Cachet right now. Who even is that? I can't understand you. All I know is she's just Tallulah.
Who put these ideas in your head? It will twist your will to fight.
Twist? As if, old man. This whole idea of a pure warrior spirit, if you really had that, I never would have met you. If you really had that, we wouldn't be able to sit around a fire and have soup like we are now.
You're just 16. Did your soup get cold?
Always been cold. It's better that way.
I'll listen to you this time.
No, father, that's not how it works. If you believe you're right, then no matter what happens, you should keep on believing that. Because if something happens to Tallulah, that's between her and her people. But reality is just what it's in front of us. Right, father? No matter what the future has in store, right now, I am I and you. No matter how much you dwell on it, we are who we are today. The only ones who can change ourselves, and we are the ones who will make that decision. Let's try walking her path and see what happens.
You'll be a great leader in the future.
I don't want to become a leader. I just want a comfortable life with my brothers and sisters, my uncles and aunts, and you.
I'll remember that.
Are you sure?
I won't forget.
Rasmontes, Dr. Kalt'tsit, Doctor. He could have killed me. Mr. Buldracasti could have killed me. But I saw what he was thinking. He didn't do it. He stopped himself at the end. I can still hear him.
Amia,
tell me the most important thing. What was the last thing he said?
I have seen woe and tragedy. I have seen death and carnage. I have seen neglect and blasphemy. But someone once told me, it is all in our hands, if in the future this is all that awaits us. O little king of Sarkas, it is all in our hands. If this is fate, then I reject it.
He said, he asked. He sighed.
My lord, where will you go?
Then Nothing more. Doctor, I've read it all. I've seen everything. I read his entire life.
Amia?
Boulder Casti, he admitted that he betrayed his convictions twice in his life. The first was when he left Castle and walked away from his life as a Sarkas warrior. The second was when he stood up against Ursus and walked away from his life as a warrior of the Ursus Empire. And just now, I'd say he made his final betrayal. He betrayed Reunion and the infected he served, and stopped being a warrior of the Reunion movement. With his death ends his last act of betrayal. But he betrayed everything he cared about because he has always stood up for his beliefs. But this isn't right, is it? This kind of sublime betrayal is a sort of release for those who deceive the world. It is an easy way to move things towards the best outcome. But not for Boulder Casti. Do you mean that... Speak up, Amia. Casdell is Mr. Boulder Casti's home. Even though he's come so far, he's always wanted to go back to Casdell. It's not that he didn't want to go back home, but that he couldn't. He had to pay the price first for his betrayal. Ursus is his motherland. He fought for Ursus all his life and blamed himself for the death of his son. He believed that Ursus was evil, but for the sake of this land he gave his life, fighting until the very end. He also paid the price for his second betrayal. This time he had to stand up against the Lula, but he foresaw that some of the people he strove to protect would die because of his actions. Even though the decision he made preserved a future for the infected, he only felt pain for the deceased. This is his third act of betrayal, and the reason he was so determined to atone for it. From beginning to end, this battle was to make up for the consequences of his betrayal. Through these 3 times, fate ended up pushing him further and further when he just wanted to turn back. He wanted the cruelty and mockery of fate. He hated the cruelty and mockery of fate. He never wanted to follow it, but he bore the consequences for it all the same. 10 years, 20 years, I'd be able to understand, but too much time had passed. After facing all those regrets for so many years, too much time had passed. At the very end, even I could not understand. He could have taken my life, but he stopped at the end. He defeated his lifetime of suffering, his centuries-old ideology, and his love for his entire world. He no longer followed the principles he had adhered for these countless years. He succumbed to fate. No saying that would defy his memory. Rather, he chose to ignore everything he had been resisting and overcame the final obstacle within his own heart. He entrusted the future to you. This time, he gladly chose to do what he thought was right, rather than torture himself to maintain a certain ideal. Of course, deep in his heart, this part is as you described. It once belonged to Tallulah, and now belongs to you, but it has always belonged to Frostnova. Patriot, Frostnova, Dr. Kalt'tsit, Rosmontis, and Doctor, I will end this war. Right here, right now. Right. I'll be with you, Amia, always.
Even if you can save many people, you'll cause immense suffering. Anger. My anger comes from the injustice that fate has dealt to this world.
After countless years, are things finally coming to a head? How could something like that happen? This prophecy, is it not just another fragment of Sarkas history?
Core City Warehouse District. Why is one of Patriot's men over here? This isn't your patrol area. You let him go. I'll let it slide this time. A little warning, don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong next time. I just received news. Patriot has passed away. What? That's some big news. So right now, we have no more reason to keep up this charade. Your band of devils smells far worse than any of our Sarkas.
What happened? How did Patriot die?
Take care of this reunions come first. You are picking a fight with the core city. What's wrong with that?
Even Patriot is dead. You bastards, I won't tolerate you any longer. If Patriot is dead, then what value does reunion even have? Guerrillas, if there's anything I can do to help, tell me.
First, we're going to throw everyone who would toy with the lives of the infected right of these city walls.
Mantra 2, put on the uniform. Closure has already hacked the notification code, and so make sure not to reveal your hidden weapons. News of the incident should have spread already. What we need to know is chaos. No, order. Get help. Go help the guerrillas. Let the infected, the well-intentional reunion members, and those who fight against injustice rally under this one banner. Just as if Tallulah was unable to engineer Patriot's death. What did he say? Patriot is dead. The one who was truly looking out for a reunion. The one who fought for all of us. Patriot is dead.
Tallulah orchestrated this conspiracy against Patriot. She's an agent of Ursus.
Who'd believe your nonsense? Wait, Tallulah has been acting strangely. She gave an order forbidding us from maintaining communications in the city.
What does that prove?
It proves that the mercenaries are going to ambush the guerrillas. I see their pain. Their plan. Those lunatics.
You... Stop, don't fight us if you value your lives. Otherwise we'll destroy you. We are the Aegis of the infected, and we'll battle every last enemy for our peoples, even if we have to stand against Tallulah. For Patriot!
For Patriot!
Things have gotten a bit messy. You should leave soon.
What about you?
Us mercs have our own priorities. We don't care about Tallulah's plots. Do your best and live on. For the future of the infected.
For Captain Faust. For all our comrades who have been betrayed by Tallulah. For Faust.
Patriot is dead. Patriot is dead. Tallulah betrayed Patriot. Tallulah betrayed us all.
Are you sure it wasn't an outsider that killed him?
I saw someone else kill him, not Tallulah.
Patriot plotted with the Ursus army to try and kill the leader. Open your eyes and see the truth. Patriot is the traitor. Patriot must have foreseen this. But his struggle against the storm was in vain. Even the Aegis have adopted his most radical ideas and not his pragmatic approach. After all this, the core city should descend into chaos. The reunion movement no longer exists. Rosmontis, is this the revenge you wanted? No, not yet. Not like this. I haven't seen the target yet. No. No matter who you face, the outcome is the same. Reunion is just a symbol. No matter who is caught up in it or what they do, they are not an individual. They act as part of reunion. Revenge will only get you this far. We cannot distinguish their faces. We can only eliminate the symbol itself. Rosmontis, you can continue to carry out your wishes. But do you find this kind of vengeance satisfying? kalt'tsit, am I wrong? It would be irresponsible of me to give you the answer. If you have the ability to pursue the things that you hold to be true, Rosmontes, I might not be the person who can answer that question. Anger is entrenched into our bodies. Do we want to indulge ourselves, to let it flow and condense into hatred? Or can we turn it into a higher judge that measures all our future actions and illuminates our sanity? Do we want to distinguish between right and wrong, or do we want to understand the reason why everything happens? The lives and deaths of our operators, the sights that shake you, and the reasons why we feel these emotions. Even if there are certain things that your mind erases, Rosmontes, they will always remain within you. But there are very few things in our lives that actually come down to right or wrong. Remove all these symbols, and only then do our lives have value. Kalt'tsit. I'm listening. I want to know the reason. Doctor, we'll split up for the next part. Rosmontes and I will go to the control tower. Dr. Kalt'tsit will take you to the generator area.
I won't see you for a while.
It's just a few hours, right? By the way, Doctor, even if I'm not at your side, I'll always know that Doctor is out there fighting together with me. Even out of sight, we still fight for the same goal. I'm pretty happy with that.
Well, see you after the mission then.
Right. Madame Shen may already be near the command tower. She's always been quick, so we'll have to pick up our pace. Doctor, promise me that you'll stay safe. Our work here only means anything if we make it back to Rhode Island safely. Be careful, okay?
You too. Chernobog Core City, Power Supply Sector. 3 p.m. Why did you pick me for your team?
Our decapitation strike team will be attacked by Reunion from all directions as they approach the control tower. I can't just drop you off in a battlefield like that. When we were fighting the guerrillas, we could retreat and buy ourselves time to regroup. That won't be possible for their team. They won't even have an opening to catch their breaths. This battle has a clear objective, and Ami and Rosmontes' team can no longer afford any distractions. You'll be safe with me. We should only take on responsibilities that we can fulfill. After entering the sarcophagus, our communications will only further deteriorate. At that time, we will truly be fighting alone. Wait. Doctor, please stay hidden for a while.
Why?
If you don't want to, or if you're feeling claustrophobic, I won't stop you. Where am I? How did I blast my way down here? Is this it? Huh? You're... Rhode Island. What rotten luck I have today. What an unexpected reunion, Kalt'tsit. You're gravely wounded. What do you go by now, W? Still W. Didn't have time to change it yet. Hold up, why are you casually milling around a place like this? Don't tell me. The old man's gone, huh? Yes. He died. How is that possible? But then again, he wasn't going to survive this. He never backs down and never lets anyone through. You sound a bit heartbroken. Guess so. That old fella was the only person who made me even give Reunion a second look. Guess today was that idealist's last.
He died a glorious death. I saw him draw his last breath.
Kalt'tsit, story time. Do I have something to tell you? You're asking me? You're kidding. How do you have the nerve to stand there all calm like nothing ever happened?
The circus woman glares at me with eyes that I had never seen before. Though she directs her words at the kalt'tsit, her eyes are fixed on me.
Kalt'tsit, you're working with the doctor? You working together with the doctor?
Is there a problem, W?
Of course! Assuming you're not like this bastard here pretending you don't remember anything. But if that's true, guess it doesn't matter. Otherwise, your brain cells got fried up by one of your weird experiments. Well, shit. Either I'm the crazy one or you are. But even if I'm crazy, that doesn't make you any less a loon.
You're still clear-headed, W. Let's save the small talk for some other time.
Don't wanna. What even happened? Just looking at you makes me want to puke. But even if I'm trying to throw up, this is just too funny. Kalt'tsit, you finally went bonkers too, trying to tame the evil spirit of Babel.
Can't prove there are any memories left in this one's head. We're just working together for the time being.
This so-called amnesia. How are you so sure that it's not all an elaborate act? It might have everyone fooled. Yes, everyone. You're fooled too. Whether or not you want to admit it. That's the scorecard I got. Kalt'tsit, you're a monster, aren't you? A monster so smart you got a big, bright, glowy brain. And a monster should know better than me what happens when you have another monster around.
There are too many creatures in this world that can be called monsters. Throw them word around too much and it'll end up losing all meaning.
Oh, you're just gone mad. That's all that would matter.
What exactly do you know?
There's no place for you to cut in here, friend. When I finish with her, it'll be time for the two of us to have a nice long chat. There's no point taking things out on you. Either you have amnesia or you're just pretending to have amnesia. But this woman next to you is totally out of her mind. I want to know. Back then, there was only one person who entered the speaker's office and knew Theresa's whereabouts. Kalt'tsit, you know what that means, don't you?
Of course, I know it better than you do.
Those were your words. So what's the deal? What are you doing now? Oh, I get it. You're trying to make another exchange. Tit for tat. But it's Theresa on the other end.
Theresa or Theresa's? Wait. Theresa, okay. I didn't misread. Those who don't know the truth shouldn't let conjecture affect their emotions, W.
I have just a single conjecture. You aren't human. Like I said before, if you'll bargain Theresa's death with a murderer, you're just a monster. You're not human, Kalt'tsit. I need to know the truth, and before I do, the thing next to you is a murderer, and I'll never show mercy to a murderer. I get it now. You're bursting with motherly love, huh?
W, you said before, we're the same type of person.
I don't know where you heard that before. You should pretend you never did. You and I are not the same type of creature at all.
No, W, we are, to some extent. For example, you also want to put an end to Talluda's atrocities, correct?
That's true. She's really pissed me off. So I need to get my merc back from her. That piece of shit only knows how to squander her prop people. Such a spendthrift. I'm worried she'll blow up all our savings and leave me penniless.
Right, so let's deal with the reunion problem first.
Sure. I got my targets. Wanna hear? First is Tallula, that disgusting dragon lady upstairs. Next is Theresis, the one that makes you want to sneeze as soon as you see him.
Those are some long-term plans.
After that, the third is the thing I want. Pardon, there's one too many eyes there. After that, the third thing I want to kill is standing right next to you, the doctor. You're only third on the list.
I'm only in third place?
Ha! That's because I have something to ask of you first, doctor. I got some long, thorough explanations to pull out of you. At this stage, we have a common goal. By the way, because of what you did to our employees in Chernobog, first, thanks for saving the lives of the doctor and the rescue team with your deal. Your deal cost us 13 of our operators. Balancing these two things, I am willing to give you a lift. For old time's sake, I'll take you to the command tower. Kalt'tsit? You really know how to gross a girl out. I've always found you disgusting. I'll have to rearrange your face a little first, see which one of us comes out on top. Monster. Wow. You bitch!
Monster just grabbed her and tossed her out like a ragdoll.
I don't have time to play with her. Monster blasts through the ventilation pipes, the walls, and the base's outer and middle protective layers along with her. You old hag! Next time, I swear I'm giving you a slow and painful I'm looking forward to it.
I'm surprised you let her finish her sentence.
Not like you can understand it.
Why don't you explain it to me then?
It's not time yet. When you see for yourself, you should understand. Secrets are like well springs. Sometimes they will flow out, whether you want them or not. What a strange device. Where are you taking me? Will you fill the holes in my body or mend my scars? Will you let me forget everything just like the other one did for me before? If I was to forget everything, do I want to forget? I want... Can I make that choice?
Core City.
What's going on? Dark clouds. It's snowing. But it's also covered the sun up for me. This will make my next step a lot easier. I can't afford to make any more hits. Are you scared of shedding a little blood, Shen Yushi? What happened to your determination? There seems to be infighting among Reunion's ranks. This is the best time for me to move. And my hands trembling because I'm finally going to see you again? I must do what is right. It doesn't matter what you are now, whether or not you are the same Tallulah I knew. Tallulah, we have a date. The snow sure is coming down hard. Just like that one Christmas. You've never spoken to me about that. But you already know. Me knowing and telling me are two separate things. Princess, let's not embarrass Missy over here. Madam Oni. Let's drop the title, Princess. Madam Oni, the Lin family will never forget all you've done. But right now, I don't know if there will be an opportunity to reward you for it. What are you talking about? Of course you can. I know she'll succeed. Shen. Look at you. Where will all your willpower go? Ah, what are you gonna do? Missy has always been like this. Now, Missy, there is no need to cry. You stop treating me like a child! Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. But this is the last time we'll see each other. I'm not ready yet. What if I never see that smelly dragon again? That won't happen, Missy. There's this phrase that I really like. It goes like this. We'll meet again someday, somewhere. Yes, and when we look back at each other again, we will ask about our lives. Why? What's going on? Where are these tears coming from? It's as if someone just told me about a death. Who is it? Everything in the core city has been unfolding according to my plan. Patriot will die by the hands of the infected, and the Circus mercenaries will start fighting the ordinary reunion forces. Oh. Patriot is dead. So it was Patriot. A true warrior. Such a name was not enough to describe you. Ursus itself was too small for your greatness. A patriot on to the very end. Why am I crying? Is it out of nostalgia, or a courtesy to those who want to kill me? All sins must come to an end. Then we shall see. If we are the sinners, then we will inevitably meet our end. But I shall wait for you at that end. But I shall wait for her at that end.
Why are you here, Kojui? Just like all those decades ago, when people got anxious, they make stupid decisions, and they end up pacing around here. Funny, isn't it? Still haven't kicked this old habit after all these years. Do you know what I'm going to do, Kojui? I do happen to know. Well, thanks to that niece of yours, of course. You two are both cut from the same cloth and stupidity. Kojui, you are not out here on a stroll. Even if you were, you shouldn't waste my time.
Is it ever a waste of time to talk to an old friend?
Do you not consider me a friend anymore, Wei Yanwu? If you do, promise me. I can't. I won't promise you anything. So be it. You're not going anywhere today. Don't think too highly of yourself. That's what I should be saying to you. Wei and Wu, you've been up in that tower of yours too long. It's bad for your character. Calm down and let out some of that hot air. It's good for you. Better not blink, old windbag. What are the two of us? What a pair of old windbags. It's hard to imagine. Even the old Patriot can die. Should I laugh? Wait, is that supposed to be... I forgot. That doesn't matter. Should I laugh? Should I shed a couple tears? What's really funny is now that he's dead. Oh, right. You climbed all the way to the top of Reunion, second only to the leader. If you really outdone yourself, you should give yourself a pat on the back, W. Clap, clap. Why do we cry? Because even he is dead. Alas, poor Patriot. What thoughts went through his head as he died, and what was it like? Did he die on his feet or on his knees? If even he can die, then who among us can live?
Maybe he was the most likely to die. Never knew how to keep a low profile. Only knew how to cling to a vague ideal. On this path he walked and walked until everyone around him was gone, and then he could finally rest in peace. How sad. Wait, doesn't that sound a bit like... Oh, right. Is it supposed to be two people talking? Ugh, whatever. I don't know why this whole sequence, considering it's literally gonna show me who is talking to each other in a second, is not subtitled properly with, like, names, but whatever. Wait, doesn't that sound a bit like you, W? How am I staying? How am I anything like that? W doesn't lie to you. You're practically the same. No, I never lie to myself. I'll never become like Patriot because I can't. I just can't. Because, besides, death was kind of a release for him, right? Not for you, W. Death is the game of your life. What doesn't kill you puts you one step closer to death. The closer you get to death, the closer you also get to madness. Thanks, kalt'tsit. I don't know how I would have gotten out of that trash heap without you. Oh yeah, Tallulah. Can you hear me, Tallulah? Knock knock. Forget it. It's no big deal. I just wanted to let you know. I'm back.
The Birth of Tragedy finale. But not really a finale, because we have one more scene to end this whole thing today. 7-20. The time is only question marks. Says here, throw open the doors that lead to this world. I can return her to you, Wei. Stop. Don't do it. Oh. You and your mighty executioners have made my life hell. Of course I'm willing to return her to you, but the cuffs on her body will tear Lungmen in half. Damn you. Wei, this is the method you used against me. The way you forced me out of Lungmen. But now our roles are reversed. I'm the guest, as well as the poisoner. Gachet, you killed my brother. No, Wei. You slew your own brother. My role is irrelevant. Your brother's tragedy may have come from an unicorn's secret orders, or from the wrath of a lung. Whether it was me who leaked the news, ultimately does not matter. What's important, Wei, the one thing you mustn't forget, is that your Shi Shao drank his blood. You did it. Shi Shao, the dragon-slaying sword, and who is it that his blade slew? Your friends, your family, your people. Dragon-slaying sword? How ironic that your people forged a weapon that would be turned against its own kind. You've gone too far. Very well, I offer you a choice. Choose, slay me and take back your niece, but lose your city as a result, or let us walk free. Don't draw that sword. You know the consequences. Wei and Wu just grinds teeth audibly. Relax, Wei. I've let you choose your own fate. If you don't take my generous offer, then you and I both, all your citizens, and these two lovely sisters, will all perish.
What are you scheming? Wei, old Wei, I know you well. Too well. You've always had a choice, isn't that right? What will your precious citizens think when they hear that their lives have been placed upon a scale, and on the scale side is a young dragon whose name they've never heard? As for me, I don't even have a reason to hurt her. Since I was negligent enough to let you step foot back into the city, there's no reason to let you leave again.
Tal!
Oh, really? I'll kill you myself. Now, there is no need for that. My life is not yours to take.
Every single bit of the design of this motherfucker screams, "Hey, I'm a bad guy, look at me." But I love it.
By the way, you can save her before I put the handcuffs on her. But you'll also have to think about defending against me, defeating me, striking me down, annihilating me, and what I'm going to do next. Wei, you're actually afraid of me, aren't you? She's here. Finally. I'll kill her myself. Confessarius, answer me. The leader of Reunion, is there any value in forming an alliance? Why ask me about things that you know very well, Your Majesty? A youth with no possessions, background, or capital cannot possibly seek to take an important Ursus city alone. The uninfected rulers know not how to make of her actions. They will panic, overreact, and try to resolve the chaos through more destruction, and use the chaos caused by the infected as a front. But we Sarkas know better. What do you think of the team she finally left here? They are unworthy, Your Majesty. As you foresaw, there is no escape for them. They are not trained soldiers, unable to cause the violence that we seek. Eliminating them will not sever Tallulah's power. We lack an opportunity to take her out. Right, Your Majesty. The situation that she fomented and the power she wielded to force the issue shows that she's no one-eyed leader among the blind, or some pampered princeling awaiting the throne. She is a conspirator. Even if that is the case, I require a comprehensive response from the Sarkas. In that case, I have two bits of good news. First, we already have a lead on our search for the Lord of Fiends. Rhode Island hasn't yet been manipulated by foreign forces. Don't waste my time. We need her to begin right now. Please do not be angered and hear me out. She is ready. That power is rightfully ours. The true King of Sarkas is mightier than the heir of an unknown name.
There we go. What an extra interesting finale. Setting up and foreshadowing so many things. But Oh my god, it's almost been 3 hours, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this will be it. Considering, usually last time I voiced my opinions on the chapter. Look, I literally, if you want my opinions on, like, the character in the chapter as a whole was amazing. This and the previous chapter has taught me two major things, and I think I talked about this in the review for, well, sort of review, or rather more like rambling for the last chapter. If the story is building up a character, a antagonist, as a big obstacle, then you will have a problem at that stage. So take all of the things that it was building up so far for both Frost Nova and Tallulah and how that worked out. And yeah, we have still Tallulah to deal with. Oh boy, the next chapter is gonna be quite the thing. Oh boy. But yeah, in retrospect, this chapter was pretty amazing, especially, like, the beginning is fine because it keeps building up. It just goes over the different actions and preparing and infiltration and the talk between Rhode Island and Wei and Wu, and then Wei and Wu and Fumizaki later, was great. Seeing all the operators stepping into action, even some that haven't appeared in the story so far, like Firewatch, for example, and Elysium, well, properly showing up at least, was very nice. Neural, once again, being there, doing shit, doing very awkward things, but very helpful things at the same time. Amazing. And then there is Patriot and all the build up to the fight towards him. I'll say this. Originally, when I came to this battle, to the Patriot battle, like many other people, I was stuck for the freaking longest time because, oh my god, was it annoying to deal with his abilities and finding the proper place and moment to kill him as fast as possible, considering well, considering everything. The guy is, if you have units that have true damage, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine there. You can squeeze it out somewhere very quickly. If you don't, consider it borrowing in them. Maybe that will help. But in general, with just normal units, it's doable. The biggest, like, clue how to do it is literally the mines. The mines are literally your go-to to kill him as fast as possible. But yeah, my god, his second is so brutal. Takes a few steps, chucks the spear, insta-gib anything that is on a range tile. Yep. He is a monstrosity, definitely. But yeah, the fight was originally figuring it out and seeing where to place properly units was very interesting. A very nice experience to have in this game. But overall, my opinions of Patriot as a character, to squeeze it into one word, amazing. And if you want the long version, just go back and read everything kalt'tsit and Amiya said about Patriot. Pretty much, there's your summary. There's your essay. If you want my essay on Boulder Casty as a character, just go back and reread all the lines that Amiya said about Boulder Casty and other people throughout the chapter did. There's the essay. I don't need to say anything anymore. It has been said. All of the things have been said. What a freaking character. But yeah, we have built up some interesting things. Apparently Amiya is the Lord of Fiends. Well then, that's gonna be a thing. And then this glimpse at the very, very end of a certain what looks to be Theresa, who is in like a pod with water. Interesting. And then Theresa's the bitch boy. Oh boy. Well, I think everything I need to say has been said throughout this entire chapter and this narration of this whole chapter. So all I'm gonna say here is the next episode is gonna be next week. We will start to tackle chapter 8, episode 8, and slowly approach the new act and the end of the old one. Oh boy. There will be a lot of story to tell in the next one. But yeah, considering that next week, after this recording goes live, the next chapter in the actual main story should be live. Like I said in the at the end of the narration for A Walk in the Dust just recently, I will not be doing a narration of the newest chapter because I'm doing the main story in order. I'm not gonna skip ahead. It would not make sense. Even if I would do it for like Cloud or whatever the fuck. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna keep going. But, like I said as well back then, I will pick up a different side story to narrate along the main story. And it will be the Undertides story. Why Undertides? Because at the end of the month will be the continuation of that story, Sultifera Navis. And I still to this day do not understand why, and I know that the global version of the game is borrowing the timeline of releases from the Chinese title, Chinese release, the same way. I do not understand why they put A Walk in the Dust before the release of the continuation of its story. Because Undertides, its first part, will be live as a rerun apparently after Sultifera Navis, which is weird. It is so weird. Why wouldn't you put the new event first? The old event, sorry. The old event first as a rerun. But yeah, anyway, I will pick that one up, so expect that one on the channel as well. And considering that I have nothing else this week besides this gigantic episode, there's gonna be a couple of smaller things like a module narration and probably two file narrations towards the end of the week, but you will see it when it pops up. But for now, I need to rest my voice. This has been almost three freaking hours of recording, so I'm gonna go and chill with some tea. And as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, bye bye.